Okay, playing some anonymous player from some exotic country. Let's go for the Sicilian today. Okay, knight here. Bread and butter. Take here. And we're going to play this line. I don't know if it's good. So this probably give good equality to black. Let's play here. Castles. We might play. There's two schools here. We can play bishop c5 or bishop e7. The pin can be annoying, but f4 can also be annoying. The castle is probably going to play knight c3, yes, and we played. Now g5 is a consequence to him having allowed this pawn to come here, because now we have a strong center and threats of playing here, which we actually, what's the best way, this way or the other way? Now he needs to take here first, I think. Oh, is that good? Is that good? Is that really good? He takes this way, we're going to take with the queen, and now the whole point of these is rook b8 attacks the b2 pawn, and by playing b3 he's creating a hole on c3. Now the question is, do we want to swap bishops or not? The answer is probably no. We want to put the bishop here and then bring a rook onto that c2 pawn, push f5 at some stage, f5 and e4, but first we have to yeah, we can play f5 now. That's a good example of white having conceded the center. And we know in chess that the center is vitally important. So he goes to c6, and we're going to play the queen here. Starting to attack here, but also defending there, because that's going to be an important part of it. And also defending this so that we can actually play this at some stage if we need it. That's not a very good square for the bishop, if I say so myself. So let's push this here. Now we have the bishop out of play here, temporarily. We're going to prevent him from pushing by going in there ourselves. And then later the rook comes in here. So he started to play really, really fast, but now he's starting to think. He's getting positionally crushed. Okay, so he goes here. I don't know what he's trying to do. Perhaps go to a6. Alright, so which rook do we want? This one, the other one? There's still prospects here. So I'm gonna use this rook. And it's gonna come to a6. Yes, as planned. Now we just drop back. He can have a7, because if he takes here, we push here, he's gonna get into a lot of trouble. The threat is d2 winning one of the rooks, and of course if pawn takes, we take on c1 with the queen, and he cannot recapture because of checkmate. So he engages into a bit of a diversion. We're going to protect our f5 pawn. He's still faced with the same kind of threats, except that now we have a further threat, which is rook here, and then rook picking up here. Rook here is actually quite a strong threat. Okay, let's have a look. So he moved there. I don't know if rook here, rook takes. He might rook here. But now he's left b3 on because of the pins, which can just take here. He might check here, which we would take. If pawn takes, we just pick up the rook. He cannot recapture because of the checkmate. Not the checkmate, but the queen has to drop back, and eventually he's lost in exchange. Pawn takes, queen takes, rook takes. That's what he does. So he loses in exchange here. We're going to move to the corner. Right. So here we may just about pick up this pawn here. If he plays rook a1, we play maybe queen b2. He cannot take this. Alright, let's push this. So the threat was rook here, which he still does. So now we go here. And these pawns, the strong center, is going to prove to be a real pain for him. We go here. We can do this all day if he wants to attack here, and then we just go on b4. And now we'll be threatening d3. Oh, he wants to exchange the queens. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Because now we are going to push this first, and we might actually push this one next. This one is a runner. We're not going to bother to take here. How about we just threaten to take that pawn? He's not going to have enough time, I'm afraid. If he plays rook here, we just take the bishop with this rook, and he cannot take because of the pin. Rook takes rook with check. He's gone into his last minute, and like I said, that's exactly what he does. Now he's got nothing left. If pawn takes rook, checkmate. Okay. Fine, we just push this thing and push this thing and defend this thing, and then we take and we check here. Very simple, just like that, and it ends up in checkmate.